All right, welcome to our first lesson for Chapter 10. Chapter 10 is going to be all about renewable energy. So learning goal for this one is that you'll be able to distinguish renewable energy sources from non-renewable energy sources. So just a brief reminder from Chapter 9. Chapter 9, we were talking about non-renewable energy, but at the beginning, we talked about the difference between the two. So non-renewable energy sources are those whose resources are being used faster than they can be replenished. So we are using those things faster than they grow back or than they form. So they're non-renewable. They're not renewing in the time we're using them. So the biggest examples are coal, oil, and natural gas. Nuclear also falls into this category. And then they currently provide 86.5% of the world's energy use. Renewable energy sources replenish themselves, or they are continuously present as a feature in the environment. So solar, geothermal, and tidal are examples. So solar, the sun is always going to be there. It's not running out. Geothermal is energy, heat energy from within the earth. And tides, the tides go in and out. Those things aren't replenishing themselves. They just are always there. An example of a renewable energy source that replenishes itself would be like biomass, so wood and then animals. They currently provide about 13.5% of the energy used worldwide, primarily from hydroelectricity and firewood. So currently renewable energy, again, it's 13.5% of the world's total energy. And the price of energy from renewable energy sources is competitive with fossil fuel sources. And what that means is a lot of the time we see renewable energy sources as much more expensive, but in the long run, they are very competitive, meaning they're very similar to fossil fuels. And then response to climate change is also stimulating investment in renewable energies. And some studies suggest that these sources could provide half of the world's energy needs by 2050. So here's that breakdown of renewable versus non-renewable energy. So 86.5 is non-renewable, 13.5 is renewable, 2% is wind, solar, geothermal, 9%, most of it is biomass and then waste, which we'll talk about. Then 2.5 is hydroelectric. So there are several different types of renewable energy that we will talk about. So there's biomass conversion, which is biomass, hydroelectric power, solar energy, wind energy, geothermal energy, tidal power. So renewable energy does tend to be expensive. A lot of the times with renewable energy, it's expensive to start, but then less expensive to continue. There are some that are expensive throughout, but as a whole, they're expensive to start. But because they are renewable and we can continue to use them, the price evens out in the end. And because fossil fuels are non-renewable, as they become more scarce, the price rises. If something is more rare, it's going to be more expensive. The same thing is going to happen with our fuels. So this means it becomes more economically viable, it makes more economic sense to invest in renewable energy sources because eventually fossil fuels are going to run out, but also as they are running out, they're going to get more and more and more expensive. Greater concern about climate change also increases interest in renewable energies. All right, that's our really brief introduction into renewable energy. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I will see you in the next one.